everyone, I'm Ramyashri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. So as mentioned in the previous video, I'll be making individual moon sign predictions for Mars transit to Mesha Rashi. So in this video, you will see for Mesha Rashi to Kanya Rashi predictions, and in the next video, Tula Rashi to Meena Rashi predictions. So let's begin with this. So starting with Mesha Rashi natives, for Mesha Rashi natives, Mars is the Rashi Adhipati as well as the 8th lord coming into Rashi. So Mars, who is the Rashi Adhipati, will be coming back to home. So which is a Mula Trikona sign. So this will be one of the best transits for Mesha Rashi natives. So Mars in the Rashi will make you highly courageous, energetic, lively, in action mode, will be making you passionate also. And if you're planning to start any new ventures, this would be the right time. So if you're planning to start new business also, this would be the right time period. And because of Rahu's presence in the 12th house, there will be loss of sleep. And because of Ketu's presence in the 6th house, there will be some kind of problem in health if you already have a pre-existing illness. But the 6th lord Mercury is in the 2nd house along with Jupiter, who is a natural Jiva Karaka as well as your 9th lord. So 9th and 12th lord. So due to doctor's guidance and proper medication, you will be able to manage your health issues as well. Because Rahu is present in the 12th house along with your 4th lord Moon. So Moon and Rahu combination here will upset your mother's health. So if your mother has already a pre-existing illness, it will make it much more worse, or your mother might pick up some new disease or some illness which will be like an headache for you. So take care of your mother's health, and if you find even a minute of health issue to you or for your mother, make sure that you consult a doctor immediately and get it resolved, because this is very important, because Mars is in the Rashi itself, and this ensures that you'll get a proper guidance from doctors as well. Because Saturn is aspecting your Mars and also your Rashi, um, this might try to slow you down. So any kind of work you are taking, you might face some amount of obstacles. So pray to Ganesha before going ahead and then start. So this will actually help you. Because of Ketu presence in the 6th house also, you would be pushed back by your enemies in a very calculative manner. So this also will be stopped for you. This also will get stopped if you worship Ganesha and then go ahead with the work. So for Mesha Rashi native, from career perspective, this would be very good time period, because 10th and 11th lord is in the 11th house, so it's good for professional gains. And also for education, for students of Mesha Rashi, Sun, the 5th lord, is in your second house, and also with all the benefits, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury. So this would be very good time period from education perspective also. If you are planning to take any competitive examination also, this would be very good time period. So overall for Mesha Rashi natives, it's very good time period apart from the mother's health. From finance perspective, this would be a fantastic time period for you, because you have all the benefit plans in the second house forming great amount of dhani yoga. Even though your second lord Venus is combust by sun, you will spend more on your education perspective, or you will spend more on your children as well, and or even more on your spouse as well, because seventh lord is combust in the second house. So you will have that great amount of authority as well as power also in your family to showcase how good you are as a leader as well. So overall, this is a very good time period for Mesh Rashi natives. As a remedy, worship Ma Durga for your mother's health, and chant Durga Saptashati Shloki on a daily basis. And before starting any new venture, please worship Ganesha, who is the obstacle remover, who will actually guide you to the success. So this is for the Mesh Rashi natives. Rashi natives, your Rashi Adhipati is deeply combusted by Sun and is present in your own Rashi. And Jupiter, who is the 8th lord, Mercury, who is the 5th lord, is present in your own Rashi. So this is a kind of a mixed time period. So it is good as well as it is not fully good as well. So this is a bit tricky time period for you. Mars, who is your 7th and 12th lord, is coming to your 12th house. So this is a good transit. And third lord Moon, who is in 11th house with Rahu, also will give good amount of professional gains as well as money from the any kind of prior investments as well. Any efforts you have put to get good amount of income, that also will be good, but you will squander away those amount of money as well for some unnecessary purposes. Because of Mars, the 12th lord in the 12th house, you might spend extravagantly for your own prestige and for show off as well. Venus, who is in Rohini Nakshatra, as well as Sun is in Rohini Nakshatra. So there could be some amount of conflicts with your mother as well, because it's not natural for you to fight with your mother. But this time period, there will be some amount of conflicts with your mother, and you might not agree with your mother as well. And because Jupiter, eighth lord, is in your Rashi, there will be a kind of a transformation in yourself. And Saturn, who is your ninth and 10th lord, your Yoga Karaka, is in 10th house itself. So this is one of a good time period for your career as well. And it is aspecting your 12th house, where your 12th lord is also there. So this might be the time period that you will get an on-site opportunity through your career from your office, and you might travel abroad as well. But because your eighth lord is in Rashi as well, for public sector employees of Vrishab Rashi natives, you might get any immediate or sudden transfer as well, because the 12th lord also has come and come to 12th house. So all the 8, 10, 12 all are getting connected now. So this time period, you might get any transfer or a sudden change letter also in your career. So this is for public sector employees. And for private sector employees who can get on-site opportunity, you can definitely get a good on-site opportunity, or change in work as well is possible during this time period. So you might travel abroad, and you will get income, good amount of income from foreign sources as well. But again, you have to be very careful in spending, because you might simply spend unnecessarily, and you will not know what is actually happening with your finances. So you would be a bit careless in that matter, I can say. Because you have all the benefic planets in the Rashi. So despite of all these issues, there will be happiness and comfort in your life, and there could be some great or some achievement in your life also during this time period. And this could be some feasible time period for you to relax and to enjoy the good moments with your family as well. So this also is noted. So from finances perspective, it is good, but you have to control your expenditure. So for Vrishabh Rashi natives, this is a mediocre to best time period. So from remedies perspective, I would say worship Hanuman, because who is your ninth and 10th lord. Saturn is in a 10th house and is actually controlling your expenditure. But 12th house lord Mars has come to your 12th house. So he might actually make you spend more than necessary. So you have to be bit wise enough to understand it. So worship Hanuman, and chant Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis. So this is for Vrishab Rashi natives. Next, going to Mithun Rashi native, Mithun Rashi. So for Mithun Rashi natives, Mars is the sixth lord as well as the 11th lord, coming to the 11th house. So from professional gain perspective, this is very good. So any investments in stock markets or in any automobile sector, metal sector, you will get great amount of income during this time period, because your ninth lord is in the ninth house and aspecting your 11th house, and also the 11th lord. So it couldn't be the best time period than this, especially if you have any investments in automobiles, steel sector, metal sector, or mining sector. This can give very fantastic amount of results during this time period. Even though Mars is the malefic planet for your Rashi, any planet which comes to the 11th house has to give good results, and that's why even you also will get those good results. Because of so much of concentration of 12th house for you, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Sun, so there could be some rise in expenditure, but all for good cause. Because all these benefic planets in the 12th house indicate that there will be some amount of great expenditure. Anything like you might actually try to buy a new home as well, or new vehicle as well, or for your children education purpose. So that's also noted here. And also Sun, who is your third lord, is in the 12th house. So there could be some misunderstanding between your siblings as well. So that's also very much noted during this time period. And because of Moon Rahu in the 10th house, the second lord going to the 10th house, you might have to spend some amount of money in your profession, in your workplace as well, to bring certain things into control. So that's also noted. So for your from the 10th house perspective, from your career perspective also, you might experience high energetic environment as well. And there could be a lot of work, and mentally you would be upset also from workplace or from profession perspective. But 10th Lord Jupiter is in 12th house. So it can give you an onset opportunity if you're a private sector employee and you can travel abroad as well. But because the eighth house connection is not getting to your 10th house, uh, you won't get a transfer to a desired place, but you might get that your jobs might change. So for any public sector employee, so they might start experiencing the need of getting a change of place as well, because they won't find the workplace environment conducive as well. So they will not be happy from that. But from monetary perspective, they will be happy, and expenditures will be uncontrollable most of the times because of Jupiter, like a planet in 12th house, and all the benefit planets. But all the things which you spend will be for good things only. So for Mithun Rashi natives, they just have to try to control their expenditure. Apart from that, from the career perspective, pray to Ma Durga, because you will say something and that will be taken differently from your employees, and this will cause you problems. So because of that, pray Ma Durga, especially Durga Parameshwari, and chant the Durga Saptashati Shloki. That will be very beneficial for you. So for next, going to Karka Rashi. So for Karka Rashi natives, your moon, that is your Rashadipati, is in the ninth house, and Mars is your Yoga Karaka. So Mars is fifth lord as well as the 10th lord in the 10th house, and that's why this is also a good transit for you. So it's forming the Ruchak Mahapurush yoga for you. So now your Yoga Karaka is in a good strength, even though your Rashadipati moon is not in a good strength. So because your Yoga Karaka is in a very good strength, so from career perspective, this will be a very good time period. And if anyone is planning to change their job right now, Karka Rashi natives, this could be very good time period, because you have all the benefit planets in the 11th house. So you might get a very good CTC, that is what we say has package in private sector. You will get a very great amount of CTC as well, because 8th lord Saturn is also aspecting the 10th house, indicating the change, as well as so Saturn Mars are getting connected, and all the planets like Sun, who is the second lord for savings and accumulation of money, is in the 11th house. It's a great dhan yoga. And Mercury, who is the 11th lord, is coming to your, sorry, 12th lord is coming to your 11th house, who is the third and 12th lord, is in the 11th house, as well as Jupiter, who is your ninth lord, will be in the 11th house. So this would be the time period where you will actually try to appear for the interviews, and also try to crack any, I mean, look for any new job. So this would be a very good time period for career change or profession change as well, if not just job change, even for career or profession change as well, because Karka Rashi natives are usually from artistic perspective. So if they are pursuing some corporate job and want to shift to artistic profession also, this would be a good time period. But they should have a proper promise in their chart to pursue the artistic profession, because moon is also going to Rahu, like moon is conjunct with Rahu here in the ninth house. So this will give a kind of Raj Yoga also, even though moon Rahu is kind of a not a good transit because it's a Grahan dosh, but moon Rahu conjunction in the ninth house, because it's a Lakshmi stan. So because moon, who is the your Rashi lord, it will be become like a Kendra lord as well as the Trikona lord, going and sitting in a Trikona sthana. So Rahu has to give beneficial results. So you will think out of box, and if you are an artist, then definitely this will be giving you a great amount of results. So this is the time period for you from finances perspective, that you will have great amount of time period as well. So for Karka Rashi natives, if you want to pursue something new, this is the time period you have to start. So initiate with good mindset, then you will be able to do. So from remedy perspective, they don't need to do anything much. Just start with good mindset, and also worship Ganesha before that, because he is the obstacle remover. So he's sitting in your third house, which is house of efforts also. So worship Ganesha, telling that all your efforts be fruitful for you, and the job will be done. So this is for the Karka Rashi natives. Next comes for Simha Rashi. So for Simha Rashi natives, your Rashi Adhipati sun is sitting in the 10th house and is Digbali for you. So this is a good transit, and it is also drawing out the energy of Mercury, Jupiter and Venus. So it has all those energies. So all these planets will give great amount of results, because it is forming multiple Raj Yogas here. Whenever four or more than four planets conjunct in one sign, it forms great amount of dhan yoga as well as raj yogas. And especially if it happens in any of the kendra or trikona, then it's a very beneficial transit. So for simha rashi natives, if they are under good dasha antardasha, then this is the time period they will experience career progress as well. There could be some likely promotions or career change or job change as well for good amount of income, because 11th lord is coming to the 10th house. So this would be good time period from that as well. And for students of simha rashi, 5th lord is in the 10th house. If you have completed your education and is looking for job offline, then you might get even government job also if you try properly, because your rashadipati is in 10th house and is also joined by jupiter. So this is very good. And your ninth lord mars has come to ninth house, so this is much more important. So because for simha rashi as well, mars is the yoga karaka, and that's why he will also support. So if you are cracking any competitive examination, because sixth lord saturn sitting in seventh house is aspecting your ninth house and ninth lord, so you might get fortunate and you might be able to crack that competitive examination and secure that government job as well. So this would be very good time period for simha rashi natives from education competitive examination perspective as well. And from marital relations, because of seventh lord in the seventh house, you still experience some kind of differences of opinion with your spouse. But because the seventh lord is in the seventh house, and even though jupiter is not aspecting, uh, this will take some time for you to get adjusted to your spouse and to understand your spouse. But it will be in long term period, this will give you good amount of endurance as well. So this is again a good time period. From marital relations also, it's kind of a mediocre to best time period for simha rashi natives. So this is for the simha rashi natives. And moon and rahu, that is 12th lord moon in the 8th house with rahu, so this can give you sudden surgery or sudden kind of changes also in your life. So all of a sudden you might experience a high expenditure as well, because 12th lord moon in 8th house is a viprit raj yoga. It is a vimal viprit raj yoga, but because it is with rahu, so all of a sudden you might experience that you have done something which is actually not going through your way. So that also could be there. And from health issue perspective, because of 6th lord in the 7th house, and also it is with rahu, so your rashadipati, sorry, your 12th lord moon is in the 8th house. So from health perspective, there could be some sudden changes as well for simha rashi natives. So the only remedy which I would suggest is to worship ma durga, because moon is getting afflicted here. Moon is also one of the luminary along with sun, so any of the luminaries when it gets affected, that will cause much more problems than any other planets. So it's always good to have a pleasant luminaries in the chart. So please do the remedy of Moon and Rahu conjunction, that is worship Ma Durga, chant Durga Saptashati Shloki on a daily basis. So this is for the Simha Rashi natives. Next, coming to Karka Rashi. So for Kanya Rashi. So for Kanya Rashi natives, Mercury, that is Buddha, is the Rashi Adhipati and is in the ninth house, and Mars is the third and eighth lord in the eighth house. So eighth lord coming to the eighth house is good, but sixth lord and eighth house are getting connected. So sixth lord is in sixth house, eighth lord is in eighth house. So because your rashadipati mercury is in the ninth house, you will be fortunate enough to manage your daily routine, and also to face your enemies or for any kind of sudden changes as well. So if you are having any litigation cases or civil cases to for regarding the property, then definitely this is the time period you might experience some positive development, that things might slowly start progressing for yourself. And because you have ketu and rahu in 1/7 axis, and also moon coming to here because 11th lord here, so you might spend extravagantly for your own interest as well as for your spouse as well. And from career perspective also, the 10th lord in the ninth house is a dharma karmadipati yoga and is conjunct with other benefits. So your career wise, your profession job wise, this would be a good time period. But because from 10th house rahu is in the 10th house, and also is conjunct with your 11th lord. So you might have to spend unnecessarily in your job as well, for minute stuffs. You might get mentally depressed as well in your career, in your job as well, because Rahu, who is your who is not a good lord for the Kanya Rashi, is sitting in the 7th house and now conjunct with 11th lord moon. So this will definitely cause some amount of problems to a very mediocre kind of extent. So if Kanya Rashi natives is able to handle that energy, that is by worshipping Ganesha, because Ketu is in the Rashi itself. So it's very important to worship Ganesha and to keep your life in balance, because once Rahu Ketu comes into 1/7 axis, they will bring a lot of ups and downs in life, which will be very difficult to handle. So if you are able to maintain that energy of Rahu Ketu in 1/7 axis, the Mars in 8th house will be able to control those sudden changes also in your life. So because it can't give you all of a sudden negative effects, because it is coming to its own house. So there will be some control actually, or you'll be able to handle things better because of Mercury also getting good strength here. So apart from this, I don't see much problems for Kanya Rashi natives. The remedy is definitely is worshipping Ganesha as well as worshipping Ma Durga. Chant Durga Saptashati Shloki on a daily basis. This will help you. So this was for Mars transit predictions from Mesha Rashi to Kanya Rashi. In the next video, I'll mention from Tula Rashi to Meena Rashi. So until then, thank you and have a good day.